What's up guys, it's Jacob back here again with another video. We are inside of the 7.3 Powerstroke, and today we are going to be changing out the starter for a gear reduction starter. So I'm about to start the truck up. I haven't started it in all today, and it's been cranking over slow. And I did a test on the batteries with a battery tester, and I isolated each battery, and they both tested good. Not saying that means that they are good, because under load it could have a bad cell or whatever. The batteries are premium O'Reilly batteries from 2022, from late 2022, like November of 2022. So only about 2.5 years old. And I want to do the starter upgrade anyways. I ordered a starter from DB Electrical. Heard a lot of good things on those gear reduction starters for cranking these over faster. So if it's not the starter though, I'll just go ahead and replace the battery. So not that big of a deal. But in today's video, we are going to be replacing the starter. And if you want an intro on the truck that I bought, it's a 1999 7.3 Powerstroke with 207,000 miles on it. You can go watch my previous video on that. So let's go ahead and crank it up, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So as you can see, it's cranking over slow, and I have a feeling that it's a starter. It might not be, but we are gonna find out today. I don't actually have the starter yet. It's coming later today, but we're gonna go ahead and pull this thing in the driveway and start taking off the old starter. Gonna start with removing the negatives off the battery. I like to just cover it, move it out of the way so it doesn't accidentally ground itself to anything. Then we'll go ahead and do it to the other battery as well. Okay, trying to show you guys the best angle here. This is underneath the front of the truck. Excuse the oil leak. It's coming from the top, the turbo pedestal. That will be in the next video. The O-rings are shot, so it's makes you think that we have a rear main leak, but it's just leaking from the top coming down. So on the starter here, we have 3 bolts, one right here, and then one up here above the connectors there. And then we have 2 connections, the signal and the main power right there. So we're going to remove these wires first, and then we're going to work on these 3 bolts and remove this old starter. Okay, so we got the old one out right here, and you could just tell the size difference between these things. The new one is freaking massive. Pretty sure it weighs 25 pounds ish. Much bigger. So these new ones, I read that you have to wire them in first, and then mount them, and it's a 2 bolt. So there's just 2 bolts on this instead of 3 like this one, but it'll be just fine. So we're gonna go ahead and install that, and then it'll be time to test. Okay, it's kind of hard to get a good shot underneath the vehicle. My camera zooms so much. So what I found was easiest is to actually mount the starter first before installing the wires. So there's 2 bolts. There's going to be one right there on the bottom. This is where there's not a bolt, where there was originally. And then one up here on the top there. Your 2 wires, you're gonna have to bend this straight. It's more like that. And then you got the signal wire right here with a little Phillips head. You're gonna need a stubby screwdriver for this, and you're gonna need, I think it's a 18 mil on this, but had no problem tightening that. Plenty of space. Both the top and the bottom, I found it's easier with this long extension here. Wherever it's, found it's easiest with long extension, and I have a 11/16 on there, and I just fit it through here, and plenty of room to work with there. Yeah, so I didn't install the wires first. I actually snugged the 2 bolts in first, tucked the wires up here, and then afterwards, you know, I fitted these. Plenty of room in here. So yeah, gonna finish tightening the 2 bolts, and then we're gonna test it. Alright, moment of truth. We have the new starter installed. It hasn't been cranked up today. So I haven't been driving this truck much. Hopefully the batteries have enough charge. You know, I'm pretty confident that it was a starter, but like I said, the battery tester, you know, under a load, that doesn't mean anything. So we will see here. A lot better. Wow, that was quick. I'm gonna do it again here in a second, but that cranked over quick for the first time in a day. You know, first start of the day. Huge difference there. Let's go ahead and try it again. Wow. Guys, that's day and night difference. Like, it was struggling to start before, and I knew it wasn't the batteries. I had a solid feeling. Highly recommend so far. This thing cranks up so fast. Day and night difference. Huge upgrade for $180 after tax, I think, for the DB electrical starter on Amazon. I'll try to link it in the description down below. But man, what a difference. I'm so glad. Pretty nice upgrade there for, you know, 180 bucks. But anyways, guys, that's gonna end today's video. Glad we sorted that out. I had a strong feeling it wasn't the batteries, just because of the date, and the gentleman before me, he didn't drive it for a year, so, you know, I was concerned that the batteries did go bad, like a cell inside of it, but I took them out and put them on a battery charger, and yeah, so pretty happy about that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. It'll probably be with the 7.3.